nothing but faith. There's things far too great that I want to accomplish. I'm hoping 25 hours a day, but something good works out, and I'm just like, dang. Think everything's gonna be okay. Yeah, I'm like, dang. Think you might just know the way. I'm like, dang.
Welcome to Dang.
Dang! Oh, sorry. My name's Todd Bridges.
And I'm Bettijo Bridges. And today we're talking about the movie nobody saw coming. And now the whole world's humming the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Kpop Demon Hunters.
Yep.
It didn't just drop, it detonated, it exploded, sending K-pop beats and demon slaying action ricocheting across the living rooms from Seoul to Sao Paulo.
Yep.
Fans are obsessed. Our kids are obsessed.
Yep.
We're a little obsessed.
Well, I didn't think I would like it. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to watch this thing, whatever. And all of a sudden I'm like, dancing, whatever. And my favorite song is Your Idol by the boy sing
The
that
one
song,
that's at the
ones.
end when
Yeah.
they're all dressed back as
dressed
the
in black.
demons.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Not because they're demons, because I just like the song.
Yeah. It's good. The music is really good.
It really is.
Critics have been baffled as to why this has been such a success. Netflix can't refresh the counter fast enough. It just keeps going upwards. So we're going to talk about that global phenomenon today and why we think it is such a huge hit.
I think my personal feelings are I think it's a huge hit because not only can kids watch it, teens can watch it, parents can watch it, because the music is good. The music is really, really good.
It's amazing.
So, and then the theme of it's really good too. So I think that, we understand young love. We understand, when they have to fight for what they believe in.
Yeah.
We understand all that. So it's good.
There are some good things. You're right. Well, let's tell people a little bit more about it in case they maybe don't share a TV with kids.
That's true.
So they weren't, forced into watching it, kind of
Yes.
how we got to watch it and realize how good it actually
Yeah.
was. So it reached #1 in 41 countries in the first week.
Wow.
This is a project. So it was created by Maggie Kang, who
Okay.
said, I hope I'm not saying that wrong. Do you think it's Kang?
Wait, no,
She's Korean.
it's King.
Kang? Okay. She wanted to fuse her Korean heritage, mythology, and K-pop into a unique animated superhero story, and she certainly did that.
It is, and it's
was
definitely
developed by Sony Pictures Animation and then acquired by Netflix, which is where you can watch it.
Yeah.
If you want to see for yourself why. Okay, so it reached #1 in
Yes.
41 countries the first week, but over the course, so it came out on June 20th,
Okay.
and it has now reached on 91 in 93 countries.
Wow.
So truly a global. I was researching that before this episode. I'm like, is this just a U.S. thing? No, it's all.
So it's
over
already
the
had
world.
158 million views?
Yes, in 7 weeks,
Wow.
it's broke a record. It's Netflix's 4th most watched English language film ever.
Wow, yeah, it's good though. I'm not gonna lie. The
doing
music
good.
is good, the dancing's good, everything's good about it.
You know what else is crazy? So Golden, which is one of the songs towards the beginning, it's not the first song, but it's a song that they talk about kind of early in the movie. It comes out. These girls are a performing group. They're a band, and so it kind of follows them, which is a fun storyline to
Yeah.
follow, I think, too. And Golden, that song hit #1 on the Billboard chart within the first week.
Wow.
Of it coming out.
Well, yeah, they're a singing group. They're not really a band. They don't play instruments. They're a singing group.
Right.
But the thing about it is they're teenage girls at the same time, but they're K-pop people. They're K-pop.
Yeah,
girls.
K-pop is great.
Yeah.
Our kids were listening to K-pop before this came
Yeah.
out. I didn't even know what to think of it when I heard I was like, what is the title of it?
Well,
K-pop
I've
Demon
listened
Hunters?
to K-pop before, but it wasn't something that I really listened to, you know what I mean? But when this song came out, I started adding it to my Instagrams and all that. The one song, I love that song.
It's
Is
good.
great. Yeah.
They said that Golden is and it's attributed to Huntrix, which is the make-believe band that's in the show. They are the first female group to top the chart since Destiny's Child's Independent Woman in 2001.
Wow.
It's been 24 years.
You want to sing the song?
Since a female group. No.
Okay.
Do you want,
No.
Do you
Not me
want
either.
to?
No, thank you.
Well, so let's go back to talking about why do we think this has been such a huge success?
Well, like I said, I think it's because families can watch it together.
Right.
That's the difference.
And typically, our entertainment has gotten so segmented. It's
Yeah.
not. We've talked about this kind of before. About it's not anymore that, like, when we would go sit down and watch a show, it was like, as a kid, you had no input on what was coming on. Maybe Saturday morning cartoons were so huge because that was the one time
that you can choose
got
what
the
you want to
remote,
watch.
right? Having control of the remote as a kid was like unheard
Well, in the
of.
beginning, when I grew up, there wasn't a remote. There
You
was
were the remote.
turning the channel. Yeah, the kids were the remote. I mean, I've gotten called all the way out of my room. Todd, you come in there and like, yes, Dad. Change the channel. You're like, click, click. Is this good?
No, it's true.
Nope. Turn it again. Click, click. And then sometimes I had to hold the stupid antenna and hold it. It came in clear with me holding it.
I never had to hold an antenna, but I did have to be a human remote.
Oh, yeah. That was definite.
But, man, this idea that you didn't, and then you had to agree, like on Saturday morning, you had to agree with your siblings on what was going to be on the TV.
Yeah, you did.
The kids, they know nothing about that today.
No.
And everybody's in their own device. So you and I don't even have to watch the same shows.
Because they could stream cartoons anytime they want to, whenever they want to.
Right.
Pause it, come back to it.
I mean, and even in bed, you could put on your headphones and I could get on my own device if we don't want to watch the same show. Like this idea that we can kind of segment is kind of changing society, but I think we crave the connection.
Well, I think with the state of what everyone's going through right now, it is good to start doing family things together and watching shows together so you can talk about it, so you can, get interested in it. So that's why there needs to be a lot more shows back to TV, like comedies and stuff that are family friendly, that kids can watch.
I think you're
together.
right. And I actually think everything out there is so data driven. I mean, we've talked about it, how the entertainment business is a business.
Yeah.
And now with things like Netflix and all the streaming, they get to see what is being consumed. So they have the data. And I'm afraid it's that they're no longer seeing the importance of producing that family stuff.
Yeah, I think it's very important.
Hopefully this will like show them the success of K-pop Demon Hunters being this overwhelming success. Will say, hey,
but even though
value.
it's a cartoon, I mean, well, it's not cartoon, it's an anime. I don't want to say cartoon. Even though it's an anime, they're still dealing with real life issues that all the teens are in the thing together, And I think that's what's important.
Well, and I love the anime of it, and I think that it used to be that Disney would do like a new animated movie almost every year. Yeah. Right? We don't even get that very much anymore.
No.
Yeah. So
but we get a lot of anime coming out of Japan and China. We get a lot of anime. I'm very big on watching anime.
Are they more family oriented? Like, I wonder if there's a difference there.
It is a difference between the ones, the ones that I watch, they're not really family oriented. Most of them say,
what is your
14. My Hero Academia. It's about
Rocky likes that one. Jujutsu
Kaisen. Yeah, that one's good. And then there's Titans. A lot of them are good, but you got to be a certain age before you can watch those.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and this one, I think when I first heard of K-pop Demon Hunters, it was over the 4th of July weekend, and it was my dad, Grandpa.
He said he watched it like 20, 30 times.
Well, because my one sister had not heard of it yet, and her daughter was going upstairs to like the living room to watch it with the rest of the cousins, and she was like, is it going to be scary? What's this Demon Hunters thing? And my dad was like, no, it's not scary. It's totally fine for the kids. And I was like, Dad, I've never heard of this. How do you know it? And he had been at my other sister's house the week before, and he said that they had watched it 5 times.
Yeah, your dad was like, it was great the first time, but 5 times, no.
He's like, by the 5th time, I went to my room and got my tablet. But he was telling me all about it. My dad was.
Yeah, your
my
dad
70-year-old dad.
70, yeah.
Anyway, he approved.
Yeah, he liked it.
He may not want to watch it 5 times, but
no, I think I've watched it twice so far, so that's pretty good for me. So
yeah, I loved it. Yeah. I've watched it twice now too. Yeah. So we definitely recommend that. But let's talk about what makes good family entertainment.
I think what makes good family entertainment is when you're dealing with real issues that kids are going through, that adults are going through with their kids, and when kids watch it, when you have a nice resolve. Kids realize, okay, I can resolve these kind of things with my family when I'm going through these certain things. Because I think being a teenager in today's world, it's tough because they're looking at a lot of stuff that's, fake online. Like, they look at a girl and say, oh, she's beautiful, but she doesn't really look like that because she's got 5,000 filters. or this girl's really skinny, I'm not skinny, and the reality is most of them aren't either. They just look that way because they fixed the camera up. I think so. When you do a show that's really based on family-oriented subjects, family-oriented themes, you can get a family really involved in those kind of shows. And the sad part about it is they're just not doing that right now, and they should.
Yeah, there's just not.
The
as much of
'70s was big on that, doing family shows, because we only had 3 channels, so you had to capture the attention of parents for their kids.
I don't know if you've seen this one. I actually watched it this weekend when I was up at my sister's house. Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore did one. I think it was 10 years ago. It was a while ago. It was called Blended. Did you ever see that?
No.
It was really good. I think you would like it. But they are basically, Adam Sandler's character is a widower. Drew Barrymore is divorced. And it's the blending family thing. And it's so funny, but so good. And it's another one of those good family. And it's, like you said, topics that a lot of kids can relate to. Kind of broken families and then kind of coming together. They go to Africa. Terry Crews is in it. He's hilarious in it. It is so good. Anyway, but yes, I agree with you.
Why did you point at me and say they go to Africa? Because I'm black?
No, because I think you would love to go to Africa. I want to go. I was like, note to self, I need to research where they filmed this.
I do want to go to Africa.
Because the resort looked amazing. It looked so
I want to
awesome.
go stand that we can live in the bush for 2 weeks.
Okay, well, can we go to this resort for a little bit?
Yeah, but then we got to live in the bush.
Because it was
with the lions
awesome
and tigers
looking.
and bears. Oh my!
I hope it's real. Like it may not have been real.
That could have been probably somewhere out here.
No, I bet they went to Africa. Why wouldn't you go to Africa? Why wouldn't Adam be like, yeah, I want an excuse to take my family to Africa?
And they probably shot it somewhere, closer. Trust me.
So, Kpop Demon Hunters checks all the boxes. It's got the music that we were talking about.
It does have good music. It does.
It pulls everybody in. It's got the action for the boys, and it has that love story for the girls.
Yep, sure does.
And I also think that modern sensibility, like that you have the social media, you have the phones, you have.
Yes,
I think
you do have
showing that. Oh, sorry, hit that.
And they're all constantly, talking and doing their phone,
Yeah,
for sure.
I think having that modern edge of the media that we all are so attached to, it's like phones are basically an
no one
extension
knows
of
they're
our
demon
arms.
hunters either. They don't know that. They think they're just K-pop girls. But when they dress in their demon hunter fighting outfits, it looks different than when they're just on stage singing.
You're gonna love it. If you have not seen it, you need to see it. And this week too, we're going to share over for our Todd Flicks. Todd's gonna make his top 10.
Yes.
Top 10 list.
Top 10 list of shows that you can watch. You and your families can watch. There, you can binge them, you can watch them, but they're shows that were made back in our era that were good shows for families, for kids. We deal with lots of subject matters that will really help parents get through life with their children.
Are they all old ones, or are they all just
I don't know any new. They're classics, but I don't know any new shows that really fit those boxes anymore.
You know what else I think is interesting about K-pop? The music itself, but also this movie is I think that we like the global inclusive feeling too. I think that that's something that we culturally crave. This idea of unit, like all these cultures.
They're not being, detained or sent back to their country of origin, which is,
I mean, I'm not talking about politics or anything
I'm
like
not
that.
either. I'm just saying that's the thing.
I think about as people, we crave kind of a global unity now.
Because
we want that.
You realize that with all these things you can see on your phone, that everyone is the same, dealing with the same issues, the same problems. It doesn't matter what language you speak. If you're a kid, you're dealing with the kid issues. If you're an adult, you're dealing with the adult issues. So I think that what it shows us is that no one's any different.
Yeah.
We're all dealing with the same thing,
And we're
trying to get through life, doing well, and hoping your kids can do well.
Right, and we're a global world now.
Yes.
You see on your feeds, you see pictures of far off places that you maybe never even heard of.
Yeah, that is true.
And I think it's amazing too that at the same time in all of these, I mean, what were we saying at the beginning of the show? It was like 90 something countries that are all loving this same film at the same time.
I'll tell you something interesting. It's like, I knew people when I lived in LA, I knew people who had never been to the Valley. Like literally lived in LA, Los Angeles, had never been over the hill to the valley. And it's like, huh? You never been, just because they just didn't go.
Yeah.
They stayed in their surroundings, and that's all they really did. So I think that it's important that we as people, learn to travel, learn to go places, learn to do things, and because we have to get outside of ourselves to learn about other people. It's important that we do.
Yeah.
Other customs, I think it's good to learn about other religions. It's good to learn about anything outside just yourself.
Yeah.
So that you can grow and become a better person.
Well, somebody at Sony and Netflix made a good call with this one.
That's right. Just like I learned in Arizona, it's too hot.
What does that have to do with anything?
It has to do that it's hot. When it's 118 and then it's hot. The ground up is 128, that's hot.
And you know what? This is the time of summer when it used to be nice. We used to get these monsoon seasons. I mean, it would still be warm, but you'd get these storms that alleviated it.
I've been here
you don't believe me.
years, and I ain't seen one
But
monsoon.
I'm a Phoenix native, and I'm telling you, it used to be that way. That's why it's been a mild summer, really. We haven't had as many days that were like 118, 120s, but for August, we set a record. Of being the hottest, because in August it would usually cool off. We get a respite because of the storms, and those storms aren't
We've
here.
gotten no rest.
No
I'm just
storms.
hot.
We are still getting the dust storms, though, man.
I used to be a white guy. Look at me now. I'm a brother. Just kidding.
You're freshly baked.
Came out here. I was like, hey, dude, what's happening, bro? Then I'm like, yo, what's up? I had rhythm. It was like, yeah, I can dance. Hey. No,
oh, my gosh.
That's not true. I like being a brother. Brother unite. Right on, brothers. See you then. No.
Well, dang.
And wait, before we go, though, don't forget, like and subscribe. My name is Todd Bridges, and that's Bettijo Bridges. Better used to be known as Bettijo Bridges. Now it's Bettijo Bridges. We'll see you again. Bye, everybody. Dang is produced by my wife, Bettijo Bridges, in collaboration with Star Worldwide Network Studios, and edited by our daughter, Adelie Ann.
She's also the musician responsible for our theme music, so go check out Adelie Ann wherever you stream your music. Have a question or topic you want us to cover? Send us your suggestions at dangpodcast.com.
Do me a favor. Please subscribe and rate our podcast to make it easier for others to find. Have a great week.
Yeah,